Vividly remember laying on the ground, fearful for my life. Can't move my legs, can't sit up, and my lung is filling up with blood.
At 19 years old, Anthony Picchioni dreamed of being a professional motocross rider, which is off-road motorcycle racing, just like his dad. But a racing accident changed everything.
And I was the first race in the morning. They dropped the gate and it was a 180-degree left turn. I didn't get a very good start and there was a long straightaway. And obviously the first race of the morning, they always, rip up the dirt really deep. And I didn't account for how deep and sticky the dirt was going to be. And I had too much of my weight over the front end of the bike when I slowed down going into the second corner. And the bike stopped and I flipped over the handlebars.
The impact from a spinal cord injury left him paralyzed.
Which is a hard thing to hear at any age, but especially 19 years old when you think, you have your whole life ahead of you.
After leaving the ICU in Florida, he took a med flight to Gaylord Hospital, a rehab facility in Wallingford, Connecticut, which was closer to home.
At first it was really hard just to get out of bed and want to do anything, but I think I shortly realized that no one was going to do it for me, and if I wanted to go home and see my family and try to get back to some sort of normalcy, I was going to have to get up and do it for myself.
Nice. 5 more. Head up.
Slowly, progress was made.
When he was admitted to Gaylord, he couldn't move his legs. He couldn't feel his legs. He was paraplegic at a T5 level. So it starts with working on bed mobility, starting to work towards transfers, wheelchair management, wheelchair skills, and working on things that many of us take for granted. Washing, bathing, feeding, grooming, dressing, hygiene, all of that at first is difficult, it's overwhelming.
A few months later, Anthony was discharged. The now 21-year-old has been doing a lot of the same things as his peers.
All summer I was out on my friend's boat, hanging out with friends. I have a dog, me and my girlfriend do, and I drive and going to the casino next month. Like there's nothing that I want to do that I can't.
You could drive?
Yeah, I have a Mercedes Sprinter van that has a lift and hand controls that I got probably just about a year after I got hurt. So that thing was a lifesaver because it was hard at 20 years old or 19 years old not being able to drive yourself. So the brake, it's a handbrake, and then the gas it's basically a ring around the steering wheel that you push down with your thumb, and that acts as the throttle, so it's completely hand controls.
Anthony's also part of a program called Motodemption that helps him ride motocross again.
I guess the main thing that I got into after I got hurt was obviously getting back to adaptive motocross. That was really, meant a lot to me, just to, show myself that I could get back to doing something that I loved, even if it wasn't at the same capacity. It was still, gave me the same feeling.
Right to that mud. Get in there. Let's go.
Most recently, he competed in an adaptive Tough Mudder 5K.
That was probably one of the toughest things that I've had to do.
Yeah, kid.
Let's go, baby.
How does all this make you feel to be able to do this?
It makes me feel honored and proud. I'm proud of myself that I, stuck through all the tough times, because, there was times where I didn't want to be here, didn't want to do anything. At first, I didn't think I was going to be able to do some of the stuff that I'm doing either, and it took a lot of determination and willpower, and some tough times too, to be able to, convince myself that I could, and then go out and do the things that I'm doing.
Where do you find that willpower and determination?
I think it's something, I've always had in me, just growing up and racing dirt bikes. Obviously, it's not a team sport, so it takes a lot of accountability and willpower to succeed. And I think I carried that into obviously my injury and just hitting it head on. And I would like to compete in the Gaylord Gauntlet again at 5K, just on my own, to see if I can better my time. And then, just live the life of a normal, 21-year-old, work, save money, enjoy my life to the best of my ability, just as everyone else wants to.
Anthony believes he survived the worst moment in his life thanks to some deep soul searching.
I think finding, your purpose just as a human being really can help push you through an injury like that, because I feel like, also with an injury like this, you feel like you lose your purpose, and having to refine purpose in my life, I think, is part of the reason I was able to go through this and come out on the other side.
I'm Lee Sheps for Inside Edition Digital.